Hi everybody, this is Beth McCullough and I blog at stampingmom.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have this very fun stitched nested fun fold card to show you today. This was on my blog yesterday. And for a card like this, I believe this is an original fun fold. And you could either write along the sides or you could put another piece of cardstock back here and do the writing here. But I really love this fun fold and I think it's just fun and creative. Here's another one I made. This one will be on my blog December 27th. It's a New Year's Eve card. I'll be posting that for Festive Friday. So anyway, this is super cute and I'm going to show you how to make it today. So first what you're going to do is you're going to get a piece of cardstock. I do have this template. It's kind of funny. It's a white and yellow template so I can see all of the directions. But what you're going to do is start with a piece of cardstock and it measures 5 1/8, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. Then you're going to score it from this end to 2 1/8 and from this end to 2 1/8. You're going to score the lines with your bone folder and here's what you have. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take the third largest stitch nested dies. Let me show you those. Here's the one still on the board. These are Stampin' Up! Stitch nested dies. And the point on this die, you're going to put the point right on the fold on both ends. And then I took washi tape and I'm going to stick it to one side. Now I'm going to bring in the Big Shot. Let's see if you can see what I'm doing. So we have the whole cardstock and just the die on one end. And we're going to run this through. Hello, Kathy Winter. I'm glad you had time to watch today. I was afraid everyone would be busy with their Christmas festivities. Okay, after you've run it through on this side, you're going to fold it back to the way it was before and pick up the washi tape. This is how you get it perfect or nearly perfect. Pick up the washi tape and put it on the other side. I think my friend Jean was actually the first person that I know of to make this card. So we have this side cut, and now we have the die on here to cut the other side. So we're going to run it through the Big Shot again. This time cutting the other side. Oops. I thought I'd be tricky and not go all the way through, but that didn't work. So instead, I'm going to line it back up and put it through all the way like I usually do. So my oldest son, Sean, is coming home from Seattle tomorrow. I can't wait for him to get here. And then my college kids are coming on Friday. So we're going to have a house full by the weekend. So I'm trying to get all my card making and holiday things done by the time they get here. Okay, so now here you have your card and see how that matches because of the way we did the die. It just lines up really well. Then I take a piece of cardstock. This measures 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I will put all the measurements down in the comments. And I'll also have, maybe not today, but I will have a tutorial for this card. My dad is being an elf at their senior living facility today, so I need to go watch him be an elf and go to an ornament exchange. I have all kinds of fun things planned for today. Okay, so I'm just centering this. Again, it's 4 inches by 5 1/4 in the center. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take, now I'm going to throw it on the floor. Now I'm going to take another piece. This is actually foil. Isn't it pretty? It's Bermuda Bay in basic gray. And this measures 4 by 5 1/4. And I took the second largest stitch nested. You see, I actually broke down and wrote the numbers on here. It's easier for me to keep track. And I just centered that on this piece of cardstock. And I am going to show you how I put it through after I get all the pieces off the floor. In all my crafting, I've never thrown any of the Big Shot plates on the floor, so this is a new one. Okay, so the second biggest die is just centered on this piece of foil. And we're going to run this through. I'm going to go both directions on that. Cheryl, I see you watching. I've been wanting to make some of your gift card holders. Cheryl made some really awesome gift card holders that I'd like to show on here. I haven't made them yet, but they sure are cute what she made. So the second die, I ran it through the Big Shot, and this is what we end up with. Now on this, we're going to take our paper snips, and I'm going to hold this up close so you can see it. So there's a dot. Can you see that? There's a dot right at the point. We're going to go 1 dot over on both sides and just cut up. So we're literally just cutting a smidgen out. See how little this is? That's how much you're cutting out. And then you go to the other side and do the same thing. Here's the dots made by the die. Just go 1 over and then 1 over on the other side. Again, tiny little smidgens. And the reason we're doing that is so that it fits nicely on here. Okay, so I'm going to take my snail adhesive and I'm going to center these pieces on the front flaps. And do the same thing with the other side. Okay, so now inside the card, I cut a piece of silver foil, and this is made with the 3rd largest stitch nested. And I put dimensionals on the back. I'm going to use the Take Your Pick tool and get the adhesive off the back. If you don't have one of these tools yet, they're only about $10 and they're super awesome. So now you're going to shut the card and center the foil right in that space. Super easy to do. Now you can see on these cards, they can go either way. The Get Well card is up and down, and my New Year's Eve card is sideways. It's the same thing. So this is going to be another sideways card. I use the Bermuda Bay foil, and I heat embossed it with silver embossing powder. Isn't that beautiful? Hello, friend. This is from the Seriously the Best stamp set, and this is in the new mini catalog that begins January 3rd. So you can heat emboss on foil. I did that. This is the 4th largest die. So 3rd is the silver, this one's the 4th. And again, I'm going to take the Take Your Pick tool and take the adhesive off. And just center this on the card. Now, as far as writing on the card, you could either write down here because it's not going to show when the card is shut, or you could take another piece of the 4 by 5 1/4 and put it on the back, and you could do your writing there. Now, to spruce it up some more, you could add stars. Here's some silver stars, like I did on the other ones. You can really add anything you want. So I mainly just wanted to show you how to make this card. So again, here's my template, and I call this the Stitched Nested Double Gate card. Here it is in the Get Well Soon, and here it is in the New Year's Eve. Again, this will be on my blog December 27th. So does anyone have any questions? I'm so glad that you were able to join me today. I love making cards and I love spending time with you. And hello, Marceline, I see you. You just missed it. You'll have to go back. If you're watching this on replay, please put replay in the comments. If you watched it live, put where you're watching from. And I hope you all have a blessed Christmas and a happy New Year. I will not be here next week. It'll be Christmas Day, and the following week will be New Year's Day. So I'll be back the week after that. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your support. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.